weekend we'll have the greatest raid day in Pokemon Go history, featuring 4 meta raid bosses. So let's cover exactly why this event is something you won't want to miss. Starting Saturday, January the 10th at 2 PM until 5 PM, Reshiram, Zekrom, Kyurem Black and Kyurem White will appear more frequently in raids. And these raid bosses are going to alternate each half an hour during the event hours. Now, the pairings are going to be Reshiram and Black Kyurem in the first pairing. Half an hour later, it's going to be Zekrom and White Kyurem. Then it's going to continue alternating. We're going to be getting the following bonuses. We can receive up to 5 additional free raid passes from spinning gyms or Pokestops, and that's going to be up to a total of 6. Then there's going to be an increased chance to encounter Shiny Reshiram, Shiny Zekrom, and Shiny Kyurem in raids. And the remote raid pass limit will be increased to 20 from Friday 5 PM until Saturday 8 PM. In terms of the boost of increased shiny chances, this is where it's going to make it the best raid day that we've ever seen. Some strong contenders would be the Mega Rayquaza, the Fusion Necrozma raid day, and the Origin raid day. However, I think this one is the clear best out of the ones we've had to date. Now, for the equivalent of $4.99, during the time of the event, you can purchase a ticket that's going to grant the following bonuses. That's going to be 8 additional raid passes from spinning the gyms or stops to give you a total of 14 for the day. An increased chance to get Rare Candy XL from raid battles. That's going to be very useful for trying to max hundos, etc. 50% more XP from raid battles, and 2 times Stardust from raid battles. So if you're going hard for this event, it might be worth putting on a lucky egg and star pieces. Now, featured attacks is another huge part of this event. Reshiram encountered in the raids will know the charged attack Fusion Flare. Zekrom encountered in the raids will know the charged attack Fusion Bolt. And Kyurem encountered in the raids will know the charge attack Glaciate. Now, with enough fusion energy, it's going to cost 1,000 each. Kyurem can be fused with either Zekrom to become Black Kyurem or Reshiram to become White Kyurem. Trainers can earn Volt Fusion Energy or Blaze Fusion Energy by defeating the Black Kyurem or the White Kyurem in the raid battles. In my opinion, that is why you should focus more on the Kyurem raids during this event. Trainers will be able to fuse Kyurem and Zekrom using 1,000 Volt Fusion Energy, 30 Kyurem candy and 30 Zekrom candy, so relatively cheap in terms of everything other than the Volt Fusion Energy, so you're going to want to raid for that. Alternatively, trainers can fuse Kyurem and Reshiram using 1,000 Blaze Fusion Energy, 30 Kyurem candy, and again 30 Reshiram candy. And fused Kyurem will remain in this form indefinitely until you choose to separate them. So separating them won't cost any additional fusion energy or candy, but if you do so, you will then need to pay the same costs to get it back to another fused state. And then at that point, your Kyurem will be unable to learn Free Shock via Charge TM or Elite Charge TM. You would need to refuse using the energy to manage that. It's an expensive process. You don't want to do it by mistake. Myself, I previously fused a Kyurem where I didn't know Glaciate, so I didn't then get the Free Shock. That's on me. Now I know better this time. Now, in terms of the effect of Free Shock, if you use 5,000 Stardust and 5 Kyurem candy, to activate Free Shock's Adventure effect, it will cast electrically charged ice for 10 minutes. During this time, the Pokemon you encounter won't be able to move, so it's going to make them a lot easier to catch, including with connected devices such as Go Pluses. The timer can be extended up to 2 hours each time you tap use, and you can tap use again to add additional time up to a limit of 24 hours total. Now, Free Shock can't be active at the same time as another adventure effect. That's very important. So now we'll cover the Ice Burn adventure effect. So if you fuse Zekrom with a Kyurem that knows the charge attack Glaciate, Glaciate will then turn into the charge attack Ice Burn. So Kyurem would be unable to learn Ice Burn via Charge TM or Elite Charge TM at that point. Now, trainers would be able to use 5,000 Stardust and 5 Kyurem candy to activate Ice Burn's adventure effect, which activates a chilling energy for 10 minutes. Now, during this time, the target ring in Pokemon encounters will move much more slowly, which makes it far easier for you to hit excellent throws. That could be very useful for catching legendaries, etc. And again, this boost makes Pokemon easier to catch, including with connected accessory devices such as Go Pluses. You can extend the timer for Ice Burn's adventure effect in increments of 10 minutes by using more Stardust and Kyurem candy, and the timer can be extended up to 2 hours each time you tap use, and you can tap use again to add additional time up to, again, 24 hours total. And yet again, Iceburn can't be active at the same time as another adventure effect. Now, why do I think this is the best raid day we've ever had? Okay, so first off, you have numerous raid bosses that are top tier in their typing. So you have Zekrom, which is a very good electric type. You have Reshiram, which is a very good fire type. And then you're going to get Black and White Kyurem, who again, very good at what they do. Plus, you're going to be getting the adventure effect. The second big point for this day, you're not getting just the legendary themselves, you're also getting the fusion energy, which isn't something that comes every rotation, so that's very good. Thirdly, one of the most important points in my opinion, it's the 1 in 10 shiny chance. That means you are going to have odds of 1 in 2,160 for getting a Shundo. That's the best it's ever going to be for you getting a Shundo other than a lucky trade. So that makes this by itself an event you can't miss. But when you combine everything else together and the fact that if you want a whole set of the Kyurems, you're going to need multiple Kyurems. You're going to need the normal one, Black Kyurem, White Kyurem. So in total, you're going to need 3 hundos to finish that off. Fourthly, another important point on top of the ones I've already said is that you are getting the featured moves per legendary. You're going to be getting Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyurem's main moves, which again, by itself makes this better than the usual rotation of these Pokemon. So overall, I think this is a very strong raid day. In my opinion, it is the best raid day we've had. I would like to also quickly thank the people that have subscribed recently. You've pushed me up to 100 subscribers. I'm very thankful for that. I honestly assumed I would never even reach 10, so 100 is good. But why not push further? Why not ascend? Why not reach for another level? So I guess the next grind is to try and get to 200. And hopefully I'll see you guys there. As always, guys, if this video has helped you out or you enjoyed it in general, feel free to like and subscribe. It all helps the channel out, helps me grow. And if you'd like to watch any more content from me, feel free to click on either of the videos here. I think that covers it. So the only thing left now, guys, is to get out there and try and grind those Shundos. Good luck, everyone.